And reach for the stars, wild ones. It's Bernadette. I'm here with your Cancer zodiac sign tarot reading for March 2021. Oh, Cancers, you're another water sign, so near and dear to my own triple Scorpio heart. And so I'm there for you. I'm your Scorpio backup when you feel scared and you want to run back into your shell. You call me or you write me. I got you, boo. Now, what's so cool for you, Cancer, is this month, Stag as the Hierophant has come out for you. And that, you know, the kind of the wrapped up overall meaning of your tarot card reading this month is seek wisdom in tradition. And the only thing constant this month for you is going to be change. And that can seem a little bit unsettling and a little upsetting, but Stag is there guiding you as a reminder of the power of being rooted in tradition, which is the Hierophant, and the wisdom of community. So you may crave the security of a well-worn path, but with so many current planets transiting Aquarius, you can be pretty sure that this path is going to feature at least a few detours and roadblocks. Now, Cancer, your motto is I feel. So it can be very helpful to you to maybe just get out of your feeling mode a bit and maybe just see if you can't take a little bit of energy and look at things a little more logically, almost like you would be just almost without emotion, just organizing something so that you can stay on. I keep hearing for you to stay the course, stay the course. And Stag can really help you stay the course, stay true to your ideals and traditions while also making the necessary adaptations for you to follow whatever the best path is for you now. Stag also is going to speak to lessons related to belief, and that is when you take a look at the antlers on Stag, anything with antlers or antenna, you know, even sea creatures with antenna is really, really thought to have that antenna as an extra power boost to connect with the divine. And so, you know, becoming grounded in your values can help you weather the changes that are coming down the path now. And what that goes back to is when I was a kid, you know, I grew up in the country, and when country moms were, and I'm sure other moms do, but those are the only ones I knew were the country moms, they would always say, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. So that's where your belief system comes in. That's where having your values in place, becoming grounded in those values, stalwart in your values, that's really, with the things that are coming down your path now, that's really going to help you maintain graceful footing as you're confronted with new ideas and perspectives that could significantly challenge your sense of security or your morals or your ethics. So March 2021 for you, Cancer, for your zodiac sign, the internal work is really what you're being called for, which is cool because you're a water sign and you're comfortable going there. You may not like going to those exact depths, but you're cool. You got it. Now, also in this month, you're going to be highly influenced by your ruling planet, the moon. But the moon moves quickly, and so you might find that intense moods one day easily subside just a couple days later. And this month starts out with a lucky trine formed between the moon in Libra, Jupiter in Aquarius, and the North Node in Gemini. So early in the month, your creativity, imagination, and ideas, they can be fine-tuned and put to great use. And listen, what else is a water sign except for a great artist, right? So, you know, your ability to express yourself and explore your ideals and beliefs can be enhanced now. This is a great time to speak up and make your message known. Lucky breaks, especially related to career and communication, can really help you along this month. Partnerships, really of any kind, might also be might also receive a boost at this time, but communication is necessary and the improvements won't develop on their own. So you've gotta be willing to speak your truth, right? And you've also got to be willing to collaborate and listen to other people's truths without it making you want to scurry back into your shell. Now, a few days later on the 5th, the moon opposes the North Node in Gemini and squares the sun in Pisces, as does the North Node. At this time, moon is in Sagittarius, and what you think you believe may be working at cross purposes with what you truly want and what your higher destiny is. So just take a little bit of time and make sure that you don't have like air traffic control and you're getting like your stuff is getting in your own way. Through the 8th and the 9th, the moon passes by slow-moving Pluto in Capricorn, and this can lead you to purge deep emotions. Wounds related to your security and career, your assumed role in the family, that can be brought to the surface now. You might have a chance to renew or reinvent yourself, and the patterns of tradition and values that are your inner compass. You know, even if you've abandoned them for a while, I see this a lot in clients lately in their effort to become woke. they they run into this almost seemingly speeding freight train, and I watch them when they go to do a reset to what some of their core values are, or their original traditions in terms of that moral compass or inner compass, sets them to rights just like that. It really is the most beautiful thing to see. So maybe you want to think about that, Cancer, during the month of March for 2021. Now, the week of the 10th, the moon moves through Aquarius and comes to a conjunction with a lineup of planets including Saturn, Jupiter, and Mercury. This is the sign of rebellion. So business, ideals, beliefs, communication, they are all subject to dramatic interruption and changes. And those changes could strike a nerve emotionally, but hiding or trying to avert the impact is futile. Resistance is futile. Don't even bother. So when the moon enters Pisces, there's going to come into conjunction again with a number of planets the days following the 12th, 13th. The moon is going to trigger issues related to love, romance, affection, mysticism, and spirituality as well. And, listen, that's perfect for you. It's all the water realm, but it's also the personal identity as this planet transits through dreamy and compassionate Pisces. Your intuition may go on like hyperspeed now, and your dreams more vivid, but you can traverse those deep waters. So you're right in your element. You're going to be great. Intuitive feelings related to a love interest may also be spiked now as you become more empathy driven. And during the moon's transit of your sign on the 23rd and 24th, you might feel a burst of emotional energy, sensitivity, and connection, like a deeper connection to family and home. This is a great time to celebrate family connections, and become more nurturing and affectionate, and really take those steps to deepen your relationship with your family, that's whoever you consider family, right? So that could be your fur babies. It can be, the lady next door that was your babysitter, or it could be your for real grandma. It doesn't matter. Whoever is important to you and you consider family, it's time to spend some time with them. Now, by the 28th, the full moon in Libra brings out the need to carefully examine how you balance the importance of individual expression and assertiveness and your ability to work in tandem with a romantic or platonic partner. And in the final days of the month, the moon in Scorpio opposes Uranus in Taurus. Though a brief transit, this will once again tip off a number of intense transits that set dramatic changes in motion and have an unsettling effect on your finances or sense of security. You hate that. We know. So sorry, Charlie, but, life happens, and this is how we grow, and this is how we transmute, and this is how we become woke. You know what I mean? So again, this is an important time to draw on the wisdom of Stag and the Hierophant, because if ever there were a pairing of a spirit totem and power animal, an animal spirit guide, and one of the, for your tarot reading, this archetype, this Hierophant, man, they can, with your sensitivity and all of your I feel, and then you step into that power and that wisdom, and you call on Stag as your spirit animal, and you ask Hierophant to support you during this time, you're going to remember your higher values and remain grounded and rooted in the deeper sources of security, way beyond the superficial markers of status that can seem so tempting. But for you in particular this month, that's not going to be the best choice that you can make. So again, be willing to go deeper, and be willing again to call on Stag when you need that kind of I don't know, maybe a little push forward, or maybe a little support in standing in a place of courage. Okay, sitting in the seat of your own power, as it were. And remember, all of those little antlers, they're not little really, you've got a big rack up there. Those are your divine antenna to spirit. So When all else fails, just ask Spirit. I sure hope that was helpful, Cancer, my sweet ones. And pick up your copy of the Arcanimal Tarot and Oracle deck. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as always, do good for animals, stay wild, and keep reaching for the stars.